Heyneke, first of all, you would have been aware of the level of criticism being levelled at your captain in particular. How difficult a week has it been in conversation with him ahead of this selection?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say that we deserve all the criticism. It's unacceptable for the Springboks. We're a proud nation and a proud team. It's just unacceptable. But I also want to say that, I just want to thank I don't want to say the real supporters, but we had an immense of support from South Africa, even if we don't deserve it. And I just want to thank all the guys that support us. I probably had more emails and SMSs than ever in my life, even more than when we've won the All Blacks. So just want to thank those things. Great question and a good question. Just want to say, first of all, as a coach, I truly believe that if you lose a game, it's always the coach and the captain that's been criticised, and obviously the coach deserves that. And it was one of the most difficult decisions in my life to make, but you're almost in a lose-lose situation, because if you don't pick your captain and you lose, they say you should have picked your captain, and if you do pick your captain and you lose, then you should have stick with your captain. And I was part of the '99 World Cup when Heyneke Meyer, which is a good friend of mine, dropped Gary Tuigman just before the World Cup, and everybody said it was the right thing, and I was involved in that World Cup. And when we lost the World Cup, people said you should have stick with Gary. So that's always easy. So, I thought about it, and it's not an emotional decision. I thought long and hard, and I came to the conclusion that this is a must-win game, and who are you going to back? And I had a long chat with John, and he just want to serve South Africa. He said, doesn't matter, if he's not in the team, it's fine. He'll come from the bench or whatever it takes. He just wants the country to win. And I had a long and hard chat with him, and I just decided as a coach, and I'll stand by my decision, that if you go in a fight that you have to win, that your whole career and the whole land, country depends on. If I go into that fight, I really want to take a guy that's had 6 knee operations, that's had a knee operation and injury in his first game for South Africa. People said he'll never play again. He came back and played 100 games. He got injured again. Just before the World Cup, we had an 80% winning record with him as a captain. He got injured again, like I said, and then even the specialist said he won't play again. And he came back, proved them all wrong, and broke his jaw. And again, people said he won't be here in his year. So I'd rather go with a guy like that into a fight that he has to win, because I know he wants to play for South Africa. I know he's a fighter, and I know it's the best for the team. It's not just about John, that's best for the team. So it was a tough choice, but I know it's the right choice, and I'll back him. And I know, if we South Africans maybe back each other more, South Africa will be a much better place with maybe less hate and less violence and more love. So I'm going to go with my captain. I've got total confidence in him. I know it's the right decision for the team. And like I said, if you go into a fight that you have to win, I want to go for a guy that knows how to fight, that knows how to lead, and knows how to come back, and more than ever, really wants to win, because he hasn't won the World Cup. So I'm going to back John, and the team backs him, and I spoke to the team as well. They back him, they want him. So I'm going to go with John. I'm happy with my decision.
Double change in the half-backs. Can you elaborate on your expectation of Fourie du Preez and Andre Pollard specifically for this game?
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of our guys hasn't played a lot, and they weren't in form. Ron Pienaar has done well. I want to give Fourie a start. Also again, same as Ron, he's a fighter, he knows what it takes. We looked at Samoan team. A very strong team, a lot of great players. Most of their players play in Europe. They're selected in the best clubs. So it's going to be very tough. So it's a horses of courses approach. I think this is all right, 9 and 10 for this game. They're very, very physical and attack the 10 channel mostly. And Andre is probably one of the best defenders. Although Pat is also a great defender, I think it's the right choice for this game.
The man sitting next to you, Adrian Strauss, starting at hooker. You said before you were going to rotate your hookers.
Yes. First of all, I just want to have a one-on-one with all the players, and again, it just shows where the team are at the moment. We know we let the country down, and I said to Adrian, this is your 50th game, and he said he doesn't want to run in front. He doesn't care about his 50th game. He just wants to go out there and win for South Africa, and that's the attitude we need. It's not about individuals now or egos. We have to go out there and give a performance that we can be proud of. And Adrian he's been a stalwart. He's really played well. He served South Africa, and I'm very proud of him. And Skalk Brits is an unbelievable impact. So again, the horses for courses. Bismarck's still a great player. He's definitely going to be involved going forward. So don't read too much in that. But very proud of Adrian, what he's achieved. 50 games for your country is unbelievable. And Saturday we need a good performance, but I don't want to take anything away from Adrian. We don't want to bring emotion into it. We have to go out there and play as a team. And Adrian, if you excuse me, if you say you play for a player, that's when you usually lose. The team said they're going to play for the coach against Argentina, and that's the first time we've lost ever. So we're not going to play. We have to play for South Africa and not for individuals. And you just have to go out there and play like Springboks.
A lot of talk in the build-up to the Japan game about treating the campaign as 7 finals and playing final-style rugby. That certainly wasn't in evidence for parts of that game. Can we expect a different approach this week?
Yeah, again, I'm very disappointed with the way we've played. We played great rugby at times. I don't know, people won't agree, but that's not winning rugby. We had an 80% winning record, being the only team winning 2 away from home end-of-year tours in a row. When we play to our strengths and we play like South Africa and we mould and we drive and we play tactically well and we also score a lot of tries. So we have to play knockout rugby, and that has been the message from day one. Unfortunately, we didn't execute that, and again, the coach has to take responsibility for that. But we have to play knockout rugby, and like we've seen, every single game here is very, very tough. There's no easy games. I've said before the Japanese game that it will be tough. They've got great coaches all around, they're a great side. So you have to respect your opponents. You have to be humble, and you have to go in there and play to your strengths. And we haven't done that. And since we've moved away from the way South Africa play, that's our strengths, we haven't been successful. So, we have to have a wake-up call and play like we can play. And hopefully on Saturday. But by saying that, it will be a tough game on Saturday.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Carry on. Gavin.
Heyneke, you talk about playing to your strengths. I would assume that in the Northern Hemisphere in particular, I would assume that in the Northern Hemisphere in particular, something like Willem, okay, you've got Wayne back now, but something like Willem would be quite pivotal to that. How far away is he from being ready?
Yeah, Gavin, it's easy to make excuses. I think as coaches, we're very good, you get good with that. So I don't want to make excuses. The problem has been we've got some of the best ball carriers in the world, and the way we play, we have to go forward. And it was a big setback when he withdrew against Japan. And I really hope that he will be fit this game, because Franchelo also, it was his first game back, and so many guys his first game back. And now I've picked him. But it's a big setback that he's not here. He's been in great form. When we won against Argentina, he was superb, not just gaining momentum with the way he runs, but also stopping momentum. And we've been lacking that. Luckily, Dwayne is back. He hasn't played, so same as Franchelo, but he's a great warrior, Dwayne, and at least we've got one more ball carrier. So Willem, I really hope that he could have been fine for this game. Unfortunately, he's not. The chance is good that he will be back in the next game, but we really needed him in this game. And like I said, that's when we had big ball carriers taking the teams on over the advantage line. That's when we were successful. So we've been really struggling in that regard.
Heyneke, just your thoughts on Lote, the fact that he's not on the side. He's been one of our best performances, of course.
Yeah, Lote's been superb. Again, guy that hasn't played, I picked him, criticised for picking him, and he's been superb. The reason behind that is that we know this is a must-win game, and I know there's criticism on Victor, but he had the most tackles in the game, and he had 100% set piece of the lineouts, and he was one of the top 3 cleaners as well. The thought was that Eben, in the previous game against Argentina, was man of the match. So we expect a very, very physical encounter. And I say to John as well that if John doesn't perform, Jesse will come on. And the same for Victor. I truly believe that what we've lacked in the past is in the past, the last 10-15 minutes, we were the team that scoring the winning tries. Now we haven't done that. We've been ahead in every single game and lost, I think, 3 or 4 games in the last minute after the Ute, Saturday as well. So I just felt that Luid is the best impact of the 3, and he'll get enough game time. He'll definitely make a difference coming on. Where Eben is the enforcer from the start when he's very, very physical, and then Luid will come on and make a difference. When it opens up, and it definitely will open up. So Luid's definitely the best guy in form, but sometimes you pick the right team. Not just you have to look at the opponents and what's going to happen there.
Heyneke, is daar 'n krisis van identiteit in die Springbok span?
Nee, ek dink nie daar's 'n identiteitskrisis nie. Ek dink ons speel ons sterkpunte toe nie. Dit was die opdrag. Ons moet na ons sterkpunte toe speel. Dit help nie jy speel mooi rugby en druk 3 nie. Al wat belangrik is in wêreldbekers is 'n wen. Maak nie saak hoe jy wen nie, of jy 1-3 druk 2 of 3 maak nie saak nie. Jy moet net 1 punt meer as jou teenstanders kry. Dis belangrik dat ons teruggaan na wat ons sterk maak. Ons het wegbeweeg daarvan, wetend of onwetend, en dis nie aanvaarbaar nie. Ons moet teruggaan wat Suid-Afrika sterk maak, en ek weet as ons so speel, ons het 'n 80% wenrekord gehad toe ons so gespeel het. Ons het 2 einde van die jaar toere onoorwonde gewees wat nog niemand bereik het nie. So dis wat vir ons werk, en dis wat nog altyd vir ons gewerk het in die vorige wêreldbekers ook, en ons moet dit besef vroeër as later.